Before we even start, I'd like to give a shout out to Jarek Fultner for inspiring me to do a video like this. This is gonna be Bref Real Talk. It's not really a series, it's just my wrap-up of 2018. This may be an annual thing that I do, but it's sort of like, I talk about what happened in the year, really how it went for me, how it went for this channel, and anything else in between. So, let's get the thing out of the way. 2018 was a strange year, and if you think that, like, my phone is down, it's not, it's just very dark. Anyway, you just saw my TV right there. That's what I do when I play my games. I play games like Trials. Sad thing is, my Trials it's busted. It won't sync, so we gotta wait till Rising comes out. But once Rising comes out, expect a bunch of videos on that. That's the one thing that I'm liking about 2019 is new stuff, new games, new things for me to do. Like, there's gonna be real stuff for me to do, because, like, I mean, I ain't gonna play around. Like, 2018 was it was way better than 2017, but 2018 was like the ascension. I mean, it slowly got better as time went up. And, like, yeah. It went better as time got up. And, yeah. And, there were some good things in 2018, there were some bad things. Good things were the growth of this channel. We hit 100 subscribers in that year. We made 100 subscribers in this year. This year, I'm going to set a little higher. This isn't going to happen at all, but let's aim for 1,000 subscribers. It's not going to happen, I know it, but, Bref Army, we're an amazing group of people, all wonderful people. Anybody who's in the Bref Army, as long as you're subscribed to this channel, as long as you enjoy this content, you're part of the Bref Army. 123 strong and growing. Some of our commanders of the Bref Army, you may know. Me, I'm kind of the captain, but let's not get into the Bref Army right now. Let's get into 2018. 2018 was an okay year. It wasn't a bad year, but it wasn't a good year in some places. It was just an okay year. There were things in 2018 that really, there are some things in 2018 that I honestly regret. And if I could change those things, I certainly would. Those things include more personal things, less on YouTube things, and if Crystal Skies, you're watching this video, I ain't gonna be talking about you. You've got something special coming up for you. But we're not here to talk about negative things. We're here to talk about positive things. And some positive things that happened to me were I gotta get to know some good people. I gotta know some great people. I did some great things. I did some bad things that I regret. But, that's what just makes people people. It's just learning. It's all a learning process because, like, it's all about who you are as a person. Sometimes, bad things happen to good people, but then good things can happen to bad people too. It's kind of like crossing the streams, if you know what I'm saying. But, I don't know what I'm talking about really, but the point is, 2018 was such a confusing year. Like, Jarek worded it perfect. He said it was a confusing, sometimes scary, but in my opinion, at some points, it was almost crystal clear. Like, sometimes the water would be completely black, but then sometimes I could see miles down through the ocean. I could see all the fish in there, and the fish would represent, my path. But then sometimes the water got polluted and muddy, and that pollution and mud came from my mistakes, and it covered up really what I wanted, which was the fish. The fish is what I wanted, if you get what I'm saying. Those were my goals. The fish were my goals, and, in 2019, my resolutions are gonna be just to strive to be an all-around more humble person, but not too humble to the part where I'm completely just alone, but humble to a part where I got some good people with me, and, I keep a yin-yang balance, and, yeah, it's been a 2019, I feel, could be my year. My years usually have an up and a down. There's always a good year, but then there's a negative year to cancel that out. But I feel like this year we're gonna break that thing. Like, 2018 was an okay year, and I feel like today, today is this year, but I feel like we're gonna be, achieving just all around great things. I feel that, like, now that I have people who can support me, and people who know me, and most importantly, people who care for me, now that I feel all that kind of stuff, I feel that, like, 2019, I'm getting them confused, I'm sorry, just new year, gotta get oriented to it and all, but 2019 can be my year. And to all my people out there, to all the Breath fans who may not be feeling that good, who may be feeling like they just shouldn't be here, that there's just nothing left for them, remember that Breath Undead and the Breath Army will support you, and we got your back. Especially people like Jared Voltner. Jared Voltner's been going through some tough times. In 2017, there's this one song he made where he represented all of his years. And it told a story about friendship, a story about loss. It told a story about other things. And this video is going to be very long. It might be 10 minutes long. But sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. But Jared Voltner, he's been through some things. And, I feel like us as a Breath Army, as a Breath, contribution, I feel like that us as a force, we should, we should open our arms to people who treat us right, people who have never done us wrong. We will always treat you well. As long as you've never messed with the Breath Army will never mess with you. And that's a promise from the commander himself, which is me. We also have our co-commanders, but we think you guys already know who they are. And, it's a good year. Just, as long as you've never messed with the Breath Army, it's been good. But now to the negative things of 2019. We've been talking about the good stuff, especially Jared Voltner. Shout out to Jared Voltner. He inspired me to do this entire thing. Now onto the negatives. One main negative, I think, would be the mistakes that I've made throughout this year that have just added up. And, it's the little things that really add up. And, sometimes stuff happens fast, and, in my opinion, when life throws a curveball at you, you hit a home run. Because sometimes it's gonna come at you fast, and sometimes you gotta you gotta react fast, you know? Sometimes you can't think slow, because if you're too slow, you're out. And, you know, that's the bad thing, because, like, stuff can happen to people. And this is not a video where I want hate because of Crystal Skies fans. There's a place for you people who do not listen, who do not cooperate, people who do not understand, people who will honestly accuse anybody no matter what they did. You know, my man Bacon Crafted Curtain, I feel like he's my humble homie, you know, but back on topic, you know, he's just standing there, and he's brought right into this thing that he didn't even start. You know, this was just a thing between, you know, us, and he was brought in there innocently, and hate's been sending his way, and it's honestly disgusting and shameful the way Crystal Skies has her untamed audience harassing innocent people who did absolutely nothing. Bacon did nothing wrong. Bacon said one joke. He said one thing, and it was not sincere. And if you think it was sincere, you are clearly mistaken. What he said was not sincere. What he said was just an honest internet joke. You've always seen them. You've seen them since ever since you got on the internet. You've seen stuff like that. But you know that deep down, people are helpful. Like Bacon. Bacon was a good guy, you know? He was trying to help Crystal, actually. But Crystal didn't listen to him, and instead she ignored him and let her ravenous fans just hate on the poor guy. And he gets hate on his stuff, and honestly, it's terrible to see good people, bad things happening to good people. And it's honestly terrible just to see stuff like that in our world, where you can be the nicest guy ever, but you can still get messed with, and people are still going to play with you, even if you did nothing wrong. And I feel that 2019, in my opinion, all the mistakes that I've ever made from 2018, I want to forget. I just want to let live. And I want to come in with new morals and a new way of thinking. My new way of thinking is being humble. Being humble, being wholesome. If you are a Breath Army individual, then I hope you will stand by my ways of humbleness as I ask you to join me. But I do not want any of you bad-vibed people in here. I do not want people like Crystal Skies fans, Crystal Skies, to come in and ruin our mojo. And Crystal Skies, if you start bringing bad vibes to this comment section, I am just going to delete these comments, because that is not what I want this year to be about. This is going to be between a certain individual group. You will not bring innocent people into something that they did not do, they did not want. You don't just do something to somebody without, you don't just do something to somebody and, just backstab them like that. Not barely backstab, but just, like, generally throw them in without any knowledge. And, I've done that sometimes in 2018. And if you're somebody who don't like me, and you think I'm just playing, then that's fine. Because deep inside, I know that you're just going to be ignorant, and you're not going to listen to anybody. You're just going to be like that. And, you can be like that. You can be a person like that. If that's how you want to live your 2019, then live your 2019 like that. But the Breath Army will stay strong. We will stay vigilant. We will stay aware. And most importantly, we will stay humble. This has been Breath on Ted's 2018 year review. And I hope you guys enjoyed. No bad vibes in the comments section. If you made it this far, I'd appreciate if you comment humble in the section below. If you decide to listen to all 15 minutes of me, almost 16 actually, of me just, trying to subscribe this channel, but, drop a like, do or don't care. Anyway, bye-bye. Sorry that this video was a bit late, but I had to do a lot of traveling, lots of airplane. So if you send me something, I'm sorry, but I couldn't get to it. Anyway, bye now. Remember to stay humble.